What's going on, guys? Aero here, and guys, with the recent Nintendo Direct that just happened, we finally got our next batch of Pokémon Ultra Sun and Pokémon Ultra Moon news. Now, I think that I can speak for everyone when I say that that Direct definitely had some surprising information about Pokémon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, there were so many things that I was a little bit disappointed by in the beginning when they were just showing off like, oh yeah, it's like these new characters that you have here, there's gonna be more clothing that's available, there's a few new areas like this beach here and like this Valley of Pikachu, but then at the end they showed off those two new Ultra Beasts and that completely changed how I feel about these games. Now, whenever we get a new game within the same Pokemon generation, we never really get that many new game-breaking things. Like, sure, it's going to be a new game or a remake or something like that, but there's not going to be a lot of cool new things compared to like a whole new generation. So that's why when Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were revealed for the first time, I know a lot of people were like upset by that because they were like, okay, it's basically just going to be like Sun and Moon again, there's probably not going to be a lot of cool new things. But after seeing this Nintendo Direct coverage of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and seeing how they revealed these two new Ultra Beasts, I've definitely changed my entire perception of how I feel about Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, as these games are definitely going to do something groundbreaking for a Pokemon game, which is the fact that they're introducing brand new Pokemon. Now, I know a lot of people are going to try to argue with me and say, well, Aero, Ultra Beasts are not Pokemon. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I'm considering them as Pokemon because they are registered in the Pokedex, they each have their unique stats, they each have their unique appearance and stuff like that. They're pretty much new Pokemon. It's just like they're from an alternate universe. So I'm going to count them as new Pokemon, as pretty much they're registered in the Pokedex, and so the Pokedex number is going to go up in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, as with these two new Ultra Beasts, that means there are new Pokemon that are going to be in those games. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today in this video. I want to take a glance back to the previous Pokemon games that we've gotten in a new Pokemon generation, and I want to talk to you guys about the changes and differences that we got in those games, and then compare that to how it's going to be amazing to have these new Pokemon in the form of Ultra Beasts in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Because I think a lot of people don't understand how game-breaking it is that we're getting brand new Pokemon in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Because if you compare the other enhanced versions slash like remakes that we've gotten in the past, there haven't been that many game-breaking changes. Now, I could start this video off with Gen 1 talking about like Pokemon Yellow and then moving on to Crystal and stuff like that, but I think that would make this video really long, so for the sake of time, I'm only going to start with Gen 4 and move forward from there, because I think that you could still get a big idea of all the changes that we've gotten in those games and the generations moving forward, and then still realize how game-breaking it is that we're getting these new Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and then I also want to speculate to you guys on what this could mean for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon in terms of new Pokemon as well, and so yeah, let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start this video off talking about the 4th generation of Pokemon, and so obviously the two new games that were in this generation were Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl, and then obviously like the enhanced version or like the third game that came out was Pokemon Platinum. And now obviously Pokemon Platinum was different than Pokemon Diamond and Pearl as well, but it wasn't really that different, and that's why a lot of people were saying like, oh yeah, Diamond and Pearl were the better games, because Platinum was basically just the same thing, it was glorified Diamond and Pearl. But yeah, I want to show you guys the new changes that we got, and the big thing that we got in Pokemon Platinum, the big new change, were the new forms, as there were a lot of Pokemon from the Sinnoh region that got new forms in Pokemon Platinum, and the first one that I can think of is Rotom. If you guys remember, that was when we got all of the new forms of Rotom that were revealed to us, like how it was like with the different appliances, like the oven, the lawnmower, the fan, all of that. So that's where we got the new forms of Rotom. Those were all revealed in Pokemon Platinum. We also had Giratina, which got a new form as well, and if you guys remember, Pokemon Platinum pretty much revolved around Giratina, pretty much like how Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is probably going to revolve around Necrozma. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl revolved around Dialga and Palkia. But then Pokemon Platinum revolved around Giratina, as Giratina was like the main purpose of how like the different ways that Team Galactic and stuff moved around, and like how in that game you got to go to the Distortion world, which was like Giratina's own world, and so that's when you got the new form of Giratina, which was revealed. I'm pretty sure that it was called the Origin forms. If you guys remember, it was in like a different form, and then there was like a special orb that you would be able to give to your Giratina to make it transform into that other form. So that was a new form of Giratina that we got revealed, and then also we had another new form that was revealed for a Sinnoh Pokemon as well, and this Pokemon is Shaman. So if you guys remember, Shaman also got a brand new form as well. This was Shaman Sky form. So if you guys remember that, I think it was you had to get like the Gracita flower or something like that. I forget the name. I could be saying it wrong. So I think that that's what you needed. It was like a flower item that you got, and that would make Shaman be able to transform into this form. So Pokemon Platinum was basically this enhanced version of Diamond and Pearl, which introduced to us many new forms. We got a new form of Rotom, or not even a new form. We pretty much got like 5 new forms of Rotom, a brand new form of Giratina, and then a new form of Shaman as well. Now, if we move on to the next generation being Gen 5, obviously the new games were Pokemon Black and Pokemon White, but then the new games that we got after that, or like the new games that were in the same generation, were Pokemon Black and White 2. And once again, a lot of people were surprised by this, and a lot of people were disappointed as well, because people were like, oh yeah, where are my Ruby and Sapphire remakes? Why are we getting Pokemon Black and White 2? Like, this is basically just glorified Black and White again, and I know a lot of people were complaining about that. But in these enhanced versions, a lot of new things were in this game as well. But I think the one big thing that we can all say that was in Pokemon Black and White 2 were new items, as there were some new items that were in this game, and I'll put up a list of all of them as well. The ones that I can think of were the DNA splicers, as that was like a really big component of those games. The DNA splicers were what you would use to fuse together Kyurem and Reshiram and Zekrom, so those were two important items. And then we also had the Shiny Charm, which was a new item as well, and I'm pretty sure like if you had this item enabled, it would let you have a slightly increased chance of being able to find shiny Pokemon. So those were some of the new changes in Black and White 2. We got a lot of new items. Now, if we continue moving forward, we're going to get to the 6th generation of Pokemon, and so obviously the brand new games in this generation were Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, but we didn't actually get like a third version of these games with like the next new games that were in this generation. Like, I know a lot of people were expecting Pokemon Z or like X and Y 2 or something like that, but we actually got the Ruby and Sapphire remakes that a lot of people were expecting, and so that's how we got Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Now, the new things that were in these games were actually new moves, as we got a few new moves that were introduced in this generation, and that's never been done in Pokemon before. I'm pretty sure, if I can remember, there have never been new moves that have been introduced in like the same generation with the second set of games. And so we got some new moves with the primal form of Groudon, which was Proslepis Blades, and then we got a new form, or we got the new move with the primal form of Kyogre, which was Origin Pulse. And we also know that Rayquaza got a Mega Evolution, so that gave us a new move called Dragon Ascent, and then we also had the new form of Hoopa, which had the new move Hyperspace Fury. And so that brings us here to the 7th generation of Pokemon, where we've got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon as the second set of games in this new generation following Pokemon Sun and Moon. And I think now, after comparing it to what we've gotten in the enhanced versions and second set of games for Pokemon generations in the past, I think a lot of you guys have an idea of how game-breaking it is that we're getting brand new forms of Pokemon, or actually just brand new Pokemon in general, in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, as this has never been done before. We've only gotten like new forms or new items, new moves and stuff, but the fact that we're actually getting brand new Pokemon makes Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon really promising, as this could technically be like a Gen 7.5, as we might actually have multiple new Pokemon that are going to be introduced, which would definitely make Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon the definitive version to play Gen 7, as now I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to transfer like your new Pokemon that are going to be in Gen 7.5, I guess, with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. You're not going to be able to transfer those Pokemon back into Pokemon Sun and Moon, so that would make sure that you would be playing Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, as that's going to have the most up-to-date Pokemon and the brand new ones that aren't available in Sun and Moon. So now that we've gotten confirmation that new Pokemon are going to be in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, that leaves so many questions to be answered, like how many new Pokemon are we going to be getting? Are the new Pokemon only going to be Ultra Beasts? Are we going to get new like Alola Pokemon, like new Gen 7 Pokemon? Are there going to be any new Alola forms? There's so many questions to be answered, and that's what I want to speculate with you guys a little bit on, like Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, are we going to be getting new Pokemon and stuff? And the only thing that I can think of is sort of the one video that I made before this that I know it got a lot of views as well. A lot of people were talking about that, and they were calling me stupid for thinking that we're actually going to be getting new Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But look at that, we got new Ultra Beasts, and I was talking about how in that video that we're probably going to be getting some new reveal that's going to be coming up real soon, because the fact that we have new information from these Pokemon merchandise that's going to be releasing on the 29th of September, it would only make sense for them to show that off before, or like with the official Pokemon announcement, rather than having the announcement come through from this merchandise. So that's what you guys can see right there, that we did get these two new Ultra Beasts, so maybe that could be like those two new question marks that I was talking about in that video. Like, maybe those two question marks are going to be these two new Ultra Beasts, but who knows, there's so many other things that could be revealed as well. So the one thing that does come to mind is the Pokemon Stars rumors and Pokemon Eclipse rumors, as if you guys remember that was like the big thing before Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were officially announced. Everybody was talking about Pokemon like rumors with Pokemon Stars, Pokemon Eclipse. I know I was talking about that. That was like the big thing, because we got that announcement that maybe like a Pokemon Stars or Pokemon Eclipse was being worked on for the Nintendo Switch, and that's why a lot of people were starting to like believe that maybe we could be getting some third version that's going to be on the Switch. And then we got the fact that it was going to be Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but that still was a little bit correct, as we're still getting like an enhanced version of Sun and Moon. It's still going to be like a third version, so that's why these rumors could still be credible. I know that when Pokemon Stars and Pokemon Eclipse rumors started coming out, everybody was just talking about how dumb those rumors sounded, and people were saying like, oh yeah, there's no way Game Freak or the Pokemon company would do that, like it just doesn't make any sense. But I think that now, after seeing brand new Ultra Beasts and like new Pokemon being introduced in the same generation in their second set of games, I think that we can all agree on that Game Freak is really unpredictable and they can do whatever they want in their games. So I want to talk to you guys about this rumor that actually came from a Reddit AMA from Laura K. Dale, and if you guys remember who Laura K. Dale is, she was a really good inside leaker who's given us a lot of information on the Nintendo Switch, and she's had a lot of information in the past. Now she's done like a Reddit AMA a few months ago where she had people ask her any question that she wanted, and like she would try to do her best to answer them. So I'm going to read to you guys this one question that someone asked because it details some information about Pokemon Stars. Now I'm going to put the question up on screen for you guys so you guys can see it as well. And yeah, the person asked, what can you tell us about Pokemon Stars? Have you heard any rumors about a Diamond and Pearl remake? Do you think that Nintendo will still continue to make new generations of their handheld/console line after the Nintendo Switch is released? And after that, the person doesn't really talk anything else about Pokemon, so I'm not going to read that. But her response here says, so I talked to Tom Phillips a lot before he ran his Star Story, as I was also working on the same league via different sources. He had bits of info I did not, so I stepped back and let him handle it. He was unsure about the name Stars and Eclipse. I had only heard Stars. I have heard that 20 plus new monsters are being saved for Stars. Tom doesn't think that that's likely. I honestly do not know if folk would be happy with that or not. Now, a few months ago, when we all saw this rumor for the first time, I know so many people were talking about how dumb this rumor sounded. Like, why would the Pokemon company save 20 new Pokemon only for Pokemon Stars, or like their third version or their second set of new games? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why wouldn't they just reveal these new Pokemon along with their brand new generation of Pokemon? But I think that now, with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and the latest batch of news that we've gotten, this makes a lot of sense, as I think we can all agree on the fact that Pokemon Stars and Pokemon Eclipse is Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I think at that time, because the Nintendo Switch's release was so imminent and everybody was hyping up the Switch, the person who probably thought that these games were going to be coming onto the Nintendo Switch as well, and that's why we were all thinking that Pokemon Stars or Pokemon Eclipse or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was going to be on the Switch. But once we got the announcement that it's still going to be on the 3DS, it doesn't change the fact that Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is still basically like the second set of games that are going to be following Sun and Moon. It's still basically Sun and Moon. It's like a third version with the alternate story, so it makes a lot of sense, and maybe this rumor could be true. I mean, it says right here that 20 plus new Pokemon are being saved for Pokemon Stars, so that would mean 20 plus new Pokemon were being saved for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I think that that makes sense because we did see it right here with this latest news that we've gotten new Ultra Beasts, which are new Pokemon. So who knows what could be happening, guys? We could be getting brand new Alola Pokemon, maybe like brand new Gen 7 Pokemon. We could get new Alola forms, which would pretty much count as new Pokemon as well, as they're probably going to be like new Pokemon with stats. Like, I know Alola forms have some different stats as well, so that could be something that they're talking about here, or new Ultra Beasts and stuff like that. So I think that there is a possibility that we could see 20 plus new Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, or just a lot of new things, as this definitely gives us some credibility now, as I know at that time we were all thinking how dumb this just sounded, but who knows, guys, maybe this could actually be true. So there you go, guys. Those are all of the changes that we've gotten in the third version of Pokemon games and the second set of games in the same generation. I also did some speculation on the fact that we might actually see 20 new Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Definitely be sure to click that like button if you guys enjoyed this video, and also comment down below on what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys think that we could actually see some new Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Do you think we're only going to get new Ultra Beasts? Do you think we could get some new forms, new Alola forms, actual brand new Gen 7 Pokemon? Let me know all of your thoughts down below. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have a lot of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon content that's going to be coming out real soon, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero if you ever want to tweet me something or ask me something. I'm usually able to reply to everyone on Twitter, so definitely go and follow me there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.